What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Tech One Solutions. Wow, that's loud. So overall, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm going to make it very quick. I'm going to try to speak slower and also just break down some stocks and the ones that I see value in for today. So let me go ahead and end this live stream and not live stream, but break down that stock. So you guys finally making that little cup and handle. Starting to show signs of an upward trend and trying to break that resistance at $10. So I'm going to go ahead and look at it on a 3-day chart. And if we could see, the previous support that it had is $10. That's a really critical point. Finally built that support at around $9.50. Built that little cup and is looking to break $10. Not 100% will it break it, but if it does and continues to see an upward trend, then this is one of the top stocks that I'm going to be looking at because it offers that potential because of all that margin that it's lost within the past couple of weeks. So if we look at it at a 20-day analysis, this thing came from highs of $14. And if we look at it on a 30-day analysis, 180-day analysis, we could see that it had a previous trend of a support at $10. Unfortunately, it did go lower this time, but if it continues to see that upward trend, therefore, it could approach the same resistance that it had at $13, offering from $10 to $13, a little bit over 20. Excuse me, from $10 to $13 offers a little bit more than 22% potential. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. It's still showing to be at $9.90. I have my alert set, as you guys can see here, when it breaks above 10, so not too worried about that. TEVA. So TEVA is the following one that I see value in, and the reason why is I see value in it once it breaks above 16 and starts to show signs of an upward trend. Again, these are just ones that we're waiting for that need to show signs of an upward trend. It has that margin to fill from $16 to $17, which was a previous support, and that's a little bit over 6%, and this is more for a swing trade, but until it starts showing signs of upward trend, I'm not going to touch TEVA. It just doesn't show a lot of potential for profit, especially when it comes down to, not breaking that trend. So JNUG finally broke above $20, and it looks like it's trying to hold. As long as it holds and continues to hold, we have the potential for this thing to go from $20 to $26, which is its previous resistance that it hit after it broke above. So if we look at this trend right here, whoa. So if we look at JNUG in a 180-day analysis, we can see that it had a previous resistance. There's no question about it at $20, but if it continues that upward trend, it has the next resistance at $26. It's about every $2 where it really sees a resistance. But the biggest thing is I want to make sure that we continue to see an upward trend, and if so, then that would be a good sign of upward momentum, therefore giving us a better understanding that we're investing in something that's in an upward trend. I called RF out maybe 2 weeks ago, a week ago. I said that it was at its resistance. I said that 15 to 1550 was usually where it peaked out at, and that it's most likely going to see a downward trend. I believe that when it breaks below 15, it will continue to see a drop all the way down to its $13 to $13.50 support. So now let's move on to LINU. Wow, LINU is having a really solid morning. It's already up more than 28%, about to approach its resistance at $20. Okay, not $20, $2. Look if we can break above 20 and it can continue. Yeah, LINU would be a good one. There just popped above 203. So I think that's going to be the stock, the momentum stock for the day. It went from lows of 160 to even lows of 150. Opened at anywhere from like 157 if I'm not mistaken, and it's just smashing everything right now. So let's go ahead and move on to okay, so BAA is starting to show signs of an upward trend. GoPro is still showing signs of a downward trend, previous support at 970. Not too interested in putting my money into GoPro when it's not showing any signs of upward momentum. So that might be a good swing trade in the long run. Just right now it's not showing much of that upward trend. Let's go ahead and go to DGAS. DGAS is the inverse of UGAS, so therefore this thing pulled all the way back. So if UGAS cannot hold its, and not break its resistance at $9 or $10, then this thing is most likely going to try to see an upward trend back to its previous resistance, which will offer about 4% potential. So if you see UGAS falling, then DGAS would most likely be your ETF for the day. ANY, not really much movement going on right there. If anything, it's starting to show signs of an upward trend. Just looking at my alerts. WTI showing strong signs of a downward trend at resistance and most likely looking to pull back. AMC was one that I did want to talk about, and the reason why was, let's see, 30-day analysis. I saw this one to be at a support at around $14. Previous resistance, new support. Margin, $16 as the new resistance. If this thing can hold at $14, then we can have a better understanding that this thing will, validate the support that it has at around, 14. So it did go a little bit below 14, but overall it is trying to hold very well above 14. And the potential for profit it's much greater. So the potential for profit from 14 to 16 is a little bit more than 10%. So it's about almost 14% potential, where the potential for loss, if you cut losses below 13 or give it like a 1 to 2% cushion, the risk is so much less than the reward. So I even think AMC could be a good potential swing, as long for those that see value in it. Yeah, it's showing strong signs of an upward trend. Looks like it's trying to pump back up. Yesterday it had a really bad day, coming from highs of 15.20 to lows of 14. So what does that mean? For us as day traders and for us that aren't going to hold the stock for a very long period of time, we wait for the pullbacks. I'm going to try to buy at the EMA around 410. I'll cut losses 1% below the support, which is 14. And try to see if we can sell it for a profit. But I think the reward / risk for this specific stock would be worth it. RNN, DRP, TNX. Not too interested in that. Yeah. LINU is at 222. So that thing has increased more than 10% since we've called it out. This thing's starting to show signs of an upward trend. Yeah, looks like it's trying to curve back up. Oh. We got GNCA with a pullback, not really seeing the volume that we wanted to see. Simply what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my alerts. I think that this one can be, just like yesterday, a really solid buy if we can get it at a low point. So it tends to have a pretty decent sell-off in the morning, and with those quick sell-offs, if we can catch it at the bounce and sell it back at the resistance that it's at, those are huge. That's something that I've been trying to do, and it's just buying the dips. So if we can buy it anywhere from like 160 and sell it back at the resistance at 170, right there alone, it's 6% potential. And again, I can cut losses at 1% below the support, which is at $1.60. So again, the potential for profit is much greater than the potential for loss. So I have my alert set, not too worried about that. And I'm going to set my alert if it breaks above 174, which has been the previous resistance that I've noticed within the past 24 hours. Let's see. HMNY is what someone is calling out. Okay, so HMNY, let's look at it at a 30-day analysis. No, looks way overhyped. $25 came from, so I think that this thing is, yesterday had a really solid upward trend. I mean, the past 3 days has been a consistent upward trend. Today, it looks like it's doing the same thing, just had a sell-off, and it looks like every time that it bounces to the EMA, it tends to be a good buy, as well as when it bounces off the golden VWAP. I don't know, this is a little bit of a higher cap stock for what it is that I want to focus on today. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So it looks like LINU is one of the biggest runners that we have, that we're experiencing today. Let's see if this thing can continue to trend up, or if it offers any more potential. It looks like it's hitting its peak at $2.40. Yeah, so it identified its support at $1.50, had that really nice pump. And it looks like it's now pumping back down. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the safest stock, especially for those that are just starting out. It's like great. Alrighty, let's see if we can do something good. Okay, no, it's curving back up, has the overall support at 220, and now it's gonna. It looks like it's trying to make new highs of day. All right, so I'm going to end the live stream here. You guys can join me. Yep, just made new highs of day. Feel free to join me within the TechBot Solutions live chat. Yep, there it goes. Just broke 245. My alerts are going off. All right, this is probably going to be one of our day trades. Feel free to join me. Again, all the links are down below if you guys want to join us in TechBot Solutions. We're a little bit over 48,000 members worldwide. The thing that we do best is we provide a free and simple platform for both new and experienced traders. Feel free to take a look around in my YouTube channel. I do have a little bit over 500 videos. If you would like to learn to trade a little bit quicker, I do have a lesson library. That's the first link in the description. It'll teach you, the very basics to the very mechanics of what has led to my success. I am offering a one-to-one mentorship, so again, that is the first link in the description. Thank you guys again for everything it is that you guys do. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, let your passion be what drives your success, and like always, let's make sure that we're in the year on a green note. Take